Yeah, yeah. Deep in the dirt where the hurt gets sown. I rose grown from the stones they throw. Storms hit, but the core stay warm. Still formed from the thorns and the rose I know. Sunlight drip when the night gets cold. Fight grip on a dream, never let that go. Roots run thick through the cuts in my soul. Turn dust into gold when the pressure unfolds. Like palms that sway in a quake. I bend, I break, still shape every wave I face. Concrete faith in the cracks of the street. Plant seeds where the weeds and the pain embrace. Take every loss is just a part of the law that the rain gon' draw. Now my growth feel great. From droughts to the floods, I adjust with the love. Put the mud in the cup, make the roots taste safe. I surf through the surge like a verse on beat. Keep heat in the chest while the tests run deep. West breeze in the step with the trap, so speak. Put grit in the ground while the shine stay sleek. Every scar that I wear just declare I've been there. Still rare in the glare and the noise they preach. Yeah, grounded in the ground, but the mind stays free. Welcome to Rooted and Rising. Peace.
Hey y'all, welcome to the very first episode of Rooted and Rising. Now some of you might be thinking, wait, didn't this used to be Roots of Resilience? Yep, sure did. And if you've been rocking with me since day one, first of all, thank you. I really appreciate y'all. And second, you're about to find out why I decided to make this change and what it really means for where we're headed. Because this isn't just a name change. This is about growth, clarity, and making sure that this podcast reflects not just where I've been, but where I'm going and where I want to take you with me. So when I first started Roots of Resilience, it was about telling stories of strength, survival, and perseverance. Things I know a little bit about from my own life and my time in the Navy. It was a great foundation, but here's the thing, y'all. Over time, I realized I wasn't just talking about resilience anymore. I was talking about growth and taking those roots, your history, your struggles, your lessons learned, and actually rising into something new, like a phoenix out of the ashes. And the truth is, Rooted and Rising felt like the perfect way to capture that evolution. It's about staying grounded in who you are while still reaching for more. It's about growth without forgetting your roots. Now, here's the part that might resonate with you. Sometimes you got to create your own lane. For me, this rebrand wasn't about chasing trends or trying to blow up the podcast. It was about looking in the mirror and saying, this is who I am, and this is the story I want to tell. I've learned in life, whether it was in the Navy, being a father, in my relationships, or chasing your dreams, you can't live your life entirely by someone else's map. Because here's the truth, y'all. They're not walking in your shoes. Your path is your own path. And yeah, it's going to twist, it's going to turn, there's going to be some bumps. You might trip, you might fall. Sometimes feeling like it's going nowhere. But the only way to figure it out is to actually walk your path. And here's a quote that really sums it up for me. If you're always trying to follow someone else's footsteps, you'll never make your own trail. That's what Rooted and Rising is about. Creating that trail. Even if it's rocky. Even if no one else believes in it yet. So I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. There were times I thought about just letting this podcast fade away. You know, life gets busy, motivation comes and goes. You start asking yourself, is it worth the effort? And I'm telling y'all, I had to remind myself why I started this in the first place. And here's the thing, passion isn't always fireworks and adrenaline. Sometimes it's just showing up. It's the small, consistent effort when the excitement wears off. There's this misconception that if you're really passionate about something, it'll always feel easy. But passion doesn't protect you from the grind. It just makes the grind worth it. For me, sticking with this podcast has been a lesson in patience. Patience when the numbers weren't where I wanted them to be. Patience when I didn't have the perfect gear or production setup. Patience when I felt like I was talking into a void. But you know what kept me going? Knowing that even if one person out there got something they needed from an episode, it was worth it. So if you're in that place right now where you're wondering if it's time to walk away from your dream, I want you to ask yourself, am I really done? Or do I just need to find a new way to love it again? Because sometimes your passion doesn't need to be replaced. It just needs to be reimagined. And that's exactly what this rebrand is for me. A way to breathe new life into something I still care about deeply. So what can you expect from Rooted and Rising moving forward? We're going to keep having real, unfiltered conversations about resilience and growth. But we're also going to widen the lens. We're going to talk about the military to civilian transition, fatherhood, family, leadership, overcoming fear, and building a life that feels authentic to you. I'm bringing on guests who will challenge you, inspire you, and maybe even make you laugh. And yeah, I'll be sharing my own stories along the way, the wins, the losses, the lessons learned, and the moments I wish I could do over. So if you're ready to keep growing, keep learning, and keep pushing forward, then you're in the right place. Until then, take care of yourself and remember, no matter what you're going through or the challenges you're facing, your roots are stronger than you think. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time.
Yeah, yeah. Deep in the dirt where the hurt gets sown, I rose grown from the stones they throw. Storms hit, but the core stay warm. Still form from the thorns and the rose I know. Sunlight drip when the night gets cold. Fight grip on a dream, never let that go. Roots run thick through the cuts in my soul. Turn dust into gold when the pressure unfolds. Like palms that sway in a quake. I bend, I break, still shape every wave I face. Concrete faith in the cracks of the street. Plant seeds where the weeds and the pain embrace. Take every loss is just a part of the loss.